Hi everyone. So I'm Dharnidharan and I'm going to teach you about thermodynamics. So this is your portion from CBSE class 11 and chapter 6. So let us have an overview. Let us see what we are going to see in today's class. What is thermodynamics? What is system, process and surroundings? What is closed, open and isolated systems? You know, many of them say thermodynamics is very tough. It is actually a very false statement. Thermodynamics is a very interesting subject and you would love to learn thermodynamics. Okay, let us start from the basic one. What is thermodynamics? Thermodynamics is a study of system involving energy in the form of heat and work as a definition. So how could you remember easily? Now take the word thermodynamics. You're going to split it into thermo and dynamics. What is thermo? It is heat. Dynamics is a motion. That is heat and work. So it is a study of heat and work and energy. It involves these three things. Okay, guys, whenever you learn something, it is very important to know why you're learning it. What is the practical use of it? What is the outcome and what is the advantage you get when you learn that? Okay, so why is thermodynamics important? It gives mathematical framework to understand how energy transfer inside a system and hence help us to design, predict, calculate the efficiency of a better heat engine. Actually, what they're saying is, like we all have a framework. Like human body has a framework. Like every human have a skeletal body. We all study about the skeletons and we all study about the muscle tissues, etc. But when you consider an engine, when you consider a heat engine or a system, a boiler, like that, you should know how it is being designed and how it is efficient. Okay, let us take an example. There is a steamer which produce 100 kg per hour of steam and another one 80 kg per hour of steam. So you should know like what is the reason, how to design it. So that and all it depends. It gives a framework to predict the behavior of matter in different situations. Yeah, we tend to be happy when we win something, or when you read your favorite novel, or when you view your favorite movie, you feel very interesting. To be very happy, but something bad happens, like you got an injury, you'll be sad. It is like you are different in different situations, right? So it is same for the systems, that is the practical applications, whatever we come across, like boilers, like heat engines, like car engines, everything. So like we'll go with a very simple example. Like we know that at 15 degrees, minus 15 degrees Celsius, the water is in form of solid, that is ice. In 25 degrees Celsius, it is in form of water. At 125 degrees Celsius, it is in form of vapor. So it is behavior of the water at different situations, at different temperatures. So we know this because of thermodynamics. This is the way we are learning thermodynamics. Okay. Next, what is a system? We have to go from the basics. So we learn from the basic terms of thermodynamics. System. What is a system? A system in a thermodynamics refers to the part of universe in which observations are made. You might find the definition a little confusing, but whenever you learn something with a real life example, you will surely remember it forever. So here is our example. What you see there, you see a cup of coffee and in a table. Yeah. So if you're going to study the thermodynamics of the coffee over there, the cup and the coffee, then the coffee will be your system, and that is your coffee in the cup will be your system. It can like in order to be more specific, you can see the next example over here. There is a candle burning. So you're going to find the efficiency of the candle, like how the candle is burning, how much thermodynamic properties of the candle. So when you consider candle, you're considering the flame and this part of candle. This is called a system. Okay, this is called a thermodynamic system. It is a part where you consider studying, like there are many rooms in our house and you consider a particular room to make it beautiful, you decorate it. So you're considering on particular room. Like in the whole city, your house is a particular one. You're going to study about your house, then in the whole city, your house is one thing. So your city, um, your house is a system like that. Then process. The changes taking place within the system is referred to as process. For example, everybody cooks food in our house. So what we do, we use a gas stove. What happens there? The fuel, that is the gas and the oxygen in the air, due to ignition, it burns. So what is a process? And system, we studied system before, right? So what is the system here? The fuel and oxygen, which is burning, that is system. And what is the result? Carbon dioxide and water, that is the outcome. So we could simply say as the combustion of fuel to form water and CO2 is a process. The process is there is burning. Next comes surrounding. Okay, we studied about what is system and what is a process. So what is the remaining thing all around the system? That is surroundings. The part of the universe outside the system and that is separated by the system by boundary is called surroundings. Okay, boundaries. Like you might think the boundary should be like a coffee in a mug. Like it has a physical boundary, but it can be imaginary. Where is an imaginary boundary? We saw in the candle example. Like we drew a circle. We drew a circle here. This is an imaginary one. This is an imaginary surround one. So this is your system and this is your surrounding. It may be movable or rigid, imaginary or physical. Okay. Next we comes to the types of system. Closed system, open system, and isolated system. So there are three types of systems: closed, open, and isolated. Okay, okay, fine. The system that can exchange energy with the surroundings but can't transfer matter with the surroundings is closed system. Okay, now we'll go for some more basic concept, that is what is energy and what is matter. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It is a form, but matter is something which has mass. Matter is something which has mass, and energy is neither created nor destroyed. Here, they have written the system that can exchange energy with the surroundings but can't transfer matter with the surroundings. So, what is clearly said is energy is being transferred, but there is no transfer of mass, that is matter. So, example, we take a piston. We have air in it. You take a syringe, you block the syringe hole, and you're going to press it. You're going to compress it. What happens is the heat is being generated due to the compression of air. The heat is getting transferred to the walls of the syringe. But is the air getting transferred? No, the air is getting compressed and it is remaining same in the syringe. So the mass is same, mass is not moving anywhere, but the energy is being transferred. Such type of system is called as closed system. The next one is open system. A system that can exchange energy with the surroundings and can transfer matter with the surroundings. Here what is happening? The energy is also moving and matter is also moving. There is a mass transfer and a heat transfer. So we'll go with an easiest example. Everybody during winter, we usually drink cold water. We drink hot water. What we do is we heat the cold water. What happens is we are going to supply heat and there is an energy transfer there. At the same time, when you leave the fan open, when you will leave the vessel of water open, what happens is some amount of water gets evaporated. Some amount of water gets evaporated into steam and it moves out. So the mass is getting transferred and the energy is also getting transferred. This is what an open system is. Then comes isolated system. What is an isolated system? Okay, I think everybody likes to drink coffee in a hot way. Okay, exception will be cold coffee lovers, but everyone loves coffee, right? So we all store coffee in a flask. Or what our mother do every day is they prepare coffee and they pour it in a flask. So why is that necessary to pour it in a flask? Because it will be hot at the same time. No, it will be always hot. So that is the concept of using flask. So that is an isolated system. Okay, what is happening there is no coffee is getting transferred or the heat is getting transferred. So no energy is exchange is happening and matter exchange is happening. No transfer of mass and no heat transfer. So it is being isolated. It is kept in a vacuum. No mass transfer, no energy transfer. It is in a vacuum state. Outside the container, outside the boundaries is vacuum. There is no transfer of heat and mass takes place. So that is called as an isolated system. The best example is the vacuum flask which you use for storing coffee and tea. Okay, here is an picture where open, closed and isolated systems are explained very neatly. Open is where the mass and the energy get transferred. But here it is being closed, so the mass is stored, but the energy is getting transferred. In an isolated system, both it is closed and there is no transfer of energy. Okay, so let us have a recap what we have learned today. We have learned thermodynamics. Thermo is the heat, dynamics is the motion. Study of heat and work is thermodynamics. Why it is important? Because of designing and getting our needs satisfied. To design an equipment that satisfy our need, that so that we are studying thermodynamics. Then a system is a part or a boundary which we consider into study, that is system. Process, what is process? The change taking place is process. Surrounding is except the system, everything around it, the whole universe is called as surroundings. There are three types of system: closed, open and isolated. Closed system is where no mass transfer happens, but energy is getting transferred. In an open system, both energy and mass transfer takes place. But in an isolated system, no energy and no mass transfer takes place. Thank you guys. We'll meet you on the next episode.